What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. No sponsor plug. You guys know the drill by now. I'm going to save you some time off your life because this guy does like a 60-second energy drink bottle promotion in his video. I want you to watch this full video. I want you to watch his video. And I want you to understand that this isn't about his channel, my channel, Nascar. This is more than that. This is about content creator. This is about game designer and game company and you. And the most important part of this video is at the end. I can't put it for the sake of going through everything in the beginning because there wouldn't be a flow. But, you know, these videos are really depressing to make. And in a way, I really don't like being a part of a gaming community like this because I'm an honest person. Think of me what you will. But it really troubles me that gaming is in this space where things like this happen, you know, and people, you know, willingly engage in this stuff. It really hurts you as the customer more than anybody else. So let's start it off here. We go to Atlanta. Let me just say, I criticized this guy a little bit. A lot of people pushed back and said I didn't know him, watch his content. 18 minutes of overlooking things and 3 minutes of frustration don't mean you're criticizing the game. He starts off here by changing the aids, basically says every track he goes to, he has to edit the aids within the game so the car is drivable, should be a giant red flag, the game is absolutely broken. And then this to me is just mind-boggling, right? This is a content creator, any realm, saying, I could go longer on fuel, but I'm going to force myself down pit lane for content. I'm going to pit with the cars when I don't have to because I need to make something that's compelling for you to watch. No, we're not here for that. We're here to help games get better, and you can't work around everything for a viewer because then they don't know the game is broken. Now, one of the things this game does, which I've never understood, is let you drive in the garage area to get on and off the track. If the game is complete, it's a great thing. When the game is this broken, it doesn't matter. And when you start to talk about overlooking things, you start with the garage area because as he's driving through it, number one, he gets penalized and doesn't say anything about it. The car gets damaged. We don't know how, but we look past those things. He basically says, hey, looks like Chris Buescher is holding the field up over there. But what he comes to realize is the AI is so bad in this game, it can't get on the track. And I know Stephen Wallace drove to a fence in Daytona a couple years ago, but these cars can't get onto the track from the garage area. He kind of writes it off. He's like, hey, it's a small area, a lot of clutter. These guys can't get out. No. You say, hey, guys, don't buy this game. This game needs to be refunded. The cars can't get on the track. From there, it gets no worse than this. You can see they talk about Atlanta having the oldest asphalt surface in NASCAR. Atlanta just got a reconfig and a repave. So he kind of laughs this off because the track actually has no tire wear. And he basically says, well, you know, this would be Atlanta if they didn't reconfigure it and they didn't repave it or they repave it and they didn't reconfigure. It's like he just doesn't know how to address it's not the right track. Then we get into the drive, right? We get into lap 8, and we realize there's some real fundamental problems here because he starts looking at the fact that he's kind of in no man's land, and while he's trying to draft to catch the pack, there's this checking up that happens irrationally going into turn 3. So he can't really draft to catch up to the cars in front of him. And he even says, like, I'm in a world that doesn't exist. I'm 16 laps in, and I'm kind of in the middle of two different packs where, in theory, one should be pulling away, one should be catching me, we work together. But then magically, through video editing, all of a sudden we're in this pack. We've gotten to where we need to be, and we never see why or how, and I find that really strange. But once we're in the pack, a wreck happens. Right? And it doesn't matter to me that we don't see why, we don't see how. A wreck happens. Things happen in racing. Kyle Larson spins, and then he basically says, oh, there's a wreck that came out of nowhere. I'm involved in it. Okay? This actually triggers a epic collapse of this game like no other. So, in the context of this, he has to pit. And when he pits, coming back onto the track to go green, Kyle Busch is in the wall, they make some contact, and he immediately gets a flat tire, which he ironically enough blames on Denny Hamlin, who was on the inside of him, even though they never touched. So we're kind of making these strange excuses for the game being bad. We get another caution, we go back to green, and the same exact thing happens. Right? Kyle Busch is spinning in front of him, they hit, but now the caution doesn't come out. And he keeps getting his tire cut, and now he can't pit. And to see him drive around the track and try to go into pit lane, and with the flat tire, the car can't steer into the pit box. He goes slow onto pit lane, he goes fast onto pit lane, he does everything. Doesn't get the game to work, and this is where I know there's a problem. This is why I know they go to content creators, not people that understand the game, right? They look for people that they can use to market the game that will say, you know what, I'm going to pit when I don't have to, and I'm going to edit the driving aids so that the game looks more competitive for my audience and probably sell it to them rather than fix it. Because he asked, how is my oil temp and my water temp this high? Because he just decides to sit there. He's going to sit there and wait for the race to end because he can't play the game anymore. Well, the reason it is because R-Factor, the game code, is actually pretty good when it comes down to engine diagnostics. And in NASCAR, you don't have an electric fan, you have a manual fan. And the engine will overheat, sometimes even under caution when there's no air going to it. So that answers your question. And then we get to this moment right here. This is the moment that myself, as a content creator that will never be dependent on YouTube for my income, I really don't like seeing, because you just had somebody spend 40 laps of a horrible game, a pre-race, a track that isn't right, driving aids that don't work, AI that is illogical to the point it doesn't know when to pit, how to drive, how to draft, how to even get out of the garage. And for the last 8 minutes, his frustration is not, I have this game you guys paid for that I got for free, and it's so broken that I can't even play it. It's, this is my full-time job right now, to play this game. And this game is so bad that I can't play it and make money on my YouTube channel. Where is the compassion for the people that bought this game? That can't make a dime on this game. That if everything had went according to plan, you could have possibly helped sell copies of by modifying driving aids, by modifying how you drive the game to make it look funner than it is. You know, the only thing that really needs to be said about this game is, number one, there needs to be an absolute apology. And I don't mean just a tweet. I mean a refund to the people that bought this game. This game is an embarrassment to gaming. This game was not ready to be released. This game was not ready to be sold. This game was not ready to be free. When you have content creators whose reputations are being damaged by trying to promote this game and they can't do it. And as I said earlier, 25 minutes of overlooking issues, and then 3 minutes of being mad because this is your full-time job and you don't feel you can do it anymore because of how bad the game is, that says a lot. You know, a lot of people go and they talk about my relationship with Access Football. I've long said Access Football from a gameplay standpoint, not there. But I've done 10 hours of franchise gaming with Access Football on my channel because I'm a franchise gamer. The franchise works fine. The on-field game is an issue, but franchise works great. This game has neither. So, as I said, man, go watch this guy's channel. Go watch this video. I'll put a link down there. You know, don't discourage him. You know, don't insult him. But be really aware when you're watching content creators that get games early, you really don't know what they're showing you. And I've never seen a video so edited, and I've never seen a creator so blatant about what they're doing to make the game look better than it is. And then at the end, almost kind of get caught in that trap and be frustrated because now they know they can't make money off the product and really not show any remorse for the people that spent $60 on it. Love to know you guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. You know I will be back in a week with more comments.